transplant, India. Once a weaver was busy making a blanket. A saint came and told the weaver that he wanted to stay there in order to see how he made a blanket. The weaver allowed and turned back to his work. The saint secretly pulled out several tufts of his long hair and mixed them with the wool weaver was using. The weaver then took the blanket to the market to sell. The saint followed him and told that he wanted to see how he sold a blanket. An elderly man, after haggling interminably over the price, agreed to buy it. "Now please give me my share," said the saint to the weaver. "What share?" asked the weaver. "Have you not used some of my hair to make the blanket?" Saying so, the saint snatched the blanket from the buyer and showed the hair that had been woven into it. The weaver was so angry that he felt like pulling out the rest of the saint's hair, but he controlled himself and, not wishing to make a scene in front of the customer, gave a few rupees in the saint's hand and sent him away. Why dogs sniff? Portugal. Once upon a time, the dogs arranged a party. Everything had been arranged with the utmost care. All the good things to eat were spread. The sun was shining brightly and a soft, gentle little breeze was blowing. There was a cross, fussy old dog who came to the party. Nothing ever suited him. Whenever he went to a party, he always found fault with something. There was always something wrong for him. At this party, however, everything seemed to be exactly as it should be. But he noticed immediately that the big juicy bone he was eating had not been seasoned with pepper. "Will somebody please pass the pepper?" he asked. All the dogs tried to find the pepper, but there was no pepper at the party. So one dog decided to go into the city to get some pepper. None ever knew which dog it was. The dog never returned to the party again. Since then, whenever two dogs meet, they always sniff at each other, hoping that if one of them happens to be the dog who went to get the pepper, he would surely carry the smell of pepper. The Sleeping Knights, Poland. Once a stranger went to a blacksmith and gave him a gold bar to make a horseshoe from it. He promised to pay a great amount, but the blacksmith must promise not to tell anyone. The blacksmith agreed. When the horseshoe was made, the stranger took him to a cave. Inside, an army of knights were sleeping, holding battle axes and spears. There were beautiful sleeping horses with their horseshoes made of gold. The stranger asked the blacksmith to replace the broken shoe of one horse. The stranger told him that the knights had been in a deep sleep for hundreds of years, and they would wake when time came for a great battle. The knights would then come out of the cave to fight for Poland. The stranger then took the blacksmith back to his village and made him swear never to tell anyone what he had seen. He gave the blacksmith a bag of gold and vanished. The blacksmith, however, could not keep the secret, so his bag of gold soon turned to sand, and he searched for the cave many times, but never able to find it. The Teacher and the Student, China. In a school, there was a teacher who loved to have a snack and a nap afterwards. Every time before the lessons, he ate, and after the beginning of the lessons, he slept until the bell for the end of the lesson sounded. One day, a student named Li asked the teacher why he slept during the lessons. The teacher replied that during these minutes he met the Buddha and listened to his wise words. That is why he tried to sleep as much as he could. One day, Li took care of his sick father during the night and fell asleep at the school in the morning. He slept so deeply that he did not hear the bell, which woke the teacher up. When the teacher saw the sleeping boy, he got very angry, took Li by the ear and started screaming, "Ah, you little weasel, how dare you fall asleep in my class?" Li said, "It just seemed that I slept. I was with the Buddha and listened to his wise words." "What did the Almighty Buddha say to you?" asked the teacher. He told me, "Never in my life have I seen your teacher," Lee replied.
Thanks for watching. Do like, share, subscribe to Sahil Book House.